Hi everyone. I haven't done a video in a while. I'm just getting over some sickness and lost my voice for like a week. It wasn't fun. I could hardly speak, and I really honestly missed having my voice. You don't really, maybe you know me, maybe you don't. I love to sing. So it was definitely hard to not have my voice to sing songs and worship, and even just talking to my kids was challenging. So anyways, now that I have it back, I'm so excited and I can't wait to share something with you. As I was talking this morning, it occurred to me a lot of believers that believe in the Bible, they believe in Jesus. We as believers can become stagnant or complacent in our faith, where we become kind of intimidated to share what we believe. Because it's kind of like the taboo, like in life, don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics, God forbid, a mentality. So it's like you can never have these like real discussions because you're afraid you're going to offend someone or step over the boundary line or whatever. And I just can relate back in my younger years being intimidated or shy to share what I believed in because I didn't want to offend someone or quote, preach to someone, so they make you feel bad if you speak anything that comes out of the Bible. So I just encourage you today, if you are having trouble sharing your faith, if you are a believer and you're like, I don't know what to say, I don't want to say anything, I don't want to offend anyone, I just pray over you that you would just take courage and say, Lord, help me to be the salt of the world. What does that mean? As I was thinking about sharing your faith, this scripture popped into my head. And often during the day I go, things pop in my head, and it's just, if you read the Bible, it will help you. So this scripture popped up and it talks about being the salt of the world. It says in Matthew 5:13, "You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and it gives light to all those who are in the house. Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." So, let's back up. The salt and the light. We are called to be the salt and the light. So, if we're salt, if you think about salt and you season your meat with it, if you put too much salt, it ruins the food, right? If you don't put enough, then you can't taste anything. So we as like believers are called to be the salt. So we don't want to put too much, quote, preaching and pointing the finger and making people feel condemned for their sins. No, we're called to be the salt. So we're supposed to salt and encourage people and to speak, the truth, which is verses from the Bible. So we don't want to make people feel ashamed or guilty or, condemned, so to speak. As believers, we're called to say, hey, sister, hey, brother, how can I help you? And have those real discussions, and lightly salt, and then it's flavorful. But if we as believers don't ever put salt or talk to people about what we believe, it's like good for nothing. It's like it says it is then good for nothing but to be thrown and trampled underfoot by men. So nobody will listen. So, and also a light. So we're the light of the world. So if we have a light, it's like if we put it under a basket, nobody can see it. So if you never speak or talk about what you believe in and have those meaningful conversations with people, sometimes they're tough because people have questions. And it's okay to have questions. Like, I encourage people that are unsure, ask questions, like research, like dig in. Like, it's okay to have questions. We all do. And I feel that people that have the questions become intimidated because the believers kind of make them feel like, well, you shouldn't be asking that question, which we all should, you know. So let your light shine before men. So that means not only let your light shine, like talk about it, but don't be overly talking about it where it deters people. But at the same time, you have to find that balance of salt. Not too much, not enough, in the middle, where people can relate to you and you can feel compassion, and you can, like, if someone's sad, you can relate to why they're sad or upset. If someone's happy, you can be joyous with them and happy, and try to find that middle ground of like being understanding. I think a lot of people can't understand people, you know, and it kind of, you know, makes people feel a little uncomfortable, like talking about real life issues. So I encourage you today, Matthew 5:13, we as believers are the salt and the light of the world. So if you are having difficulty talking to people and just being like a friend and listening and like being compassionate, and that will show people your true light. Not like, I know every Bible verse in the Bible and da-da-da, you're going to hell kind of mentality. Nobody likes that. It you know, deters people. But just like having our faith through action and like being able to relate and understand people is where you will get and encourage people daily. Like, hey, I was thinking of you. And, you know, so things like that. So I encourage you to speak out, speak life, speak truth, and just be a friend to people. We're called to love each other. So have a good day. Bye.